the remnant of nomads, feel lost in a world they don't recognize, controlled by evil forces who seek to enslave them. They have trained and prepared for this very moment.
Welcome to another Nomad Remnant live stream. Glad to have you guys here, and happy Wednesday. Happy halfway day to the end of the week. Pretty decent day, and just grateful to be alive. Grateful that things are still doing fairly decent, even though the world's crazy enough, but we are surviving. So hope everybody's doing well out there. Looks like we got Tim Harper in the building. Appreciate you coming on my live stream the other day, Tim. Great having you in town. It was an honor to meet you. I have had pretty much zero time for radios, but I am in the final week of getting rid of 8 Belgian Malinois puppies. One's actually sleeping right there. And yeah, so my hands are pretty tied and pretty full right now. KP Heathen, what's going on? We're going to get our little dose of nicotine. Shout out to Zemo Pouches. Use code REDDAWN20 for 20% off at zemopouches.com. Best nicotine pouches. Shout out to Brother Garen Wilson, OG Bobby. What's going on, OG Bobby? Good to see you. Garen Wilson put first. Yeah, so I know I put this up literally at 10, 11, 10, hit go. All of my devices are working kind of slow. I filmed a little bit of videos, dropped a video a little bit earlier around 8 o'clock, just explaining why the name change from Red Dawn Readiness to Nomad Remnant. And I don't know about you guys, but I think it's a better fit. I know the Red Dawn Readiness is absolutely iconic. I've been rocking that for quite a long time, but looks like a lot of people enjoy the name change. So KP Heathen, Louisiana in the building, Alabama in the house. What's up, Live Life? Good to see you. Have you heard back from the PD? Yes, I have. So one of them, I have to send over my driving record. Another one, my physical exam is already scheduled for next month. And that's like county versus city. And so those are the two that I've already heard back from and got things moving on. The thing is the academy, if I get the sponsorship, which I think would be determined based upon the whole interview process, if I get that, the academy won't start till January. But I did have a job interview today that went really well. And it's back to doing healthcare stuff that I've been doing for a long time. So that is supposed to be, I think, let me know by Tuesday of next week. And they will give me the heads up on a meeting, second interview. Want me to move me along to the second interview. And praying that goes down, because then I can do that while I'm waiting on the police department to start the academy. Yeah, excited about it and hoping that things just work out, man, because juggling a whole lot of things right now, man. A whole lot of things. I have my moments, and when I have my moments, I try to just remain quiet and pray, because there's no reason that complaining about anything will change anything. So, you know, I let you guys know I'm a pretty open book about my life and my situation. Clint Eastwood, always an honor to have you. Got the Redibus 89 and the UV9 Pro. Nice. I think it's a great idea to have two options. It also, and the thing, what I would tell you, Clint, is focus on one first. Don't even touch the other one. Keep them both charged, obviously. but focus on one, on how to program it and put the first channels in. And if you find it, then start doing it on the other one. And, just get them channels locked into what you like. And, we covered that in the Tim Harper live stream. You can look up all your local repeaters. If you don't have your ham license, don't transmit. Just listen. And then, you could listen in, and if you can hear them on two different comms, that's a good thing. And in an emergency situation, you can always transmit. So remember, keep that in mind. Like real emergencies, you don't need a license for that. People will help you. Hustle Bones, what's happening? What's happening? So yeah, there has been so many videos going on. Hold on, let's get some background music. I need some vibe. We need some vibe. I hope you guys like the vibe. We're gonna do some feeding of the ducks. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear the puppies yapping, but boy, they yap when the other dogs are eating. Even though they just ate, they just want to eat everybody's food. You guys want to see a puppy? Come here, girl. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, Angel. Yep. So, absolutely amazing dogs, man. It's actually sad to send them all to families and stuff. The one thing that I have with every person who gets one of my dogs is you have to continue to send me pictures or I will get your house swatted. But yeah, I asked them all that. I'm like, the only thing I ask is you let me know what you name them and you send me pictures. And also, if you ever decide to get rid of them, you bring them back to me first. Don't take any of my puppies to a pound because you can't manage them. And I've never had that happen. So everybody loves their Malinois. And, I absolutely love them. And they're part of the family. So it's a big, giant family. Prepper 1013. Appreciate it. Dropping the Nomad Remnant. Thank you. Rest in peace to Guntube. Nah, man. Guntube ain't never gonna die. It's just gonna adapt. And the fact that I have been demonetized for so long and all of a sudden there's been an opening of the guard and my demonetization disappeared. I don't know. I'm back in the game. So I feel like I'm putting out some pretty good stuff, new stuff. I feel like I have a lot of stuff to kind of just share because it's been a minute since I've consistently made content. I've been doing stuff on Instagram, kind of the time that YouTube wasn't flowing. I do wish Facebook and YouTube were as two-way friendly as Instagram is. I mean, Instagram is the cult for the gun world. Every company is posting their products. Guys are giving things away. Instagram is obviously it's a lot easier to grow an Instagram because you can just take a picture and post a picture, put a song to it. I have noticed on YouTube that people who are posting pictures in their community tabs are doing really well. Even people with small channels that have 1,500 followers and I'm a small channel. We hope to hit 3,000 followers pretty soon. Robert Ham, my brother, good to see you. Praying for you. I appreciate you pray for me. Been going through all kinds of stuff myself. And, we just keep figuring out how to always forward. What's a ham violation look like? Ooh, that I'm not positive on, man, because I've never had one, and I don't plan on having one. Mainly, it's guys like correcting you and yelling at you, and if you're like abusive and kind of rude about it, and they can be rude, um, then they probably could report you. And I don't know what that, but I believe that they're federal airways, so committing a crime over a federal airways probably not a good idea. Clint, did you see the puppies? Puppies are good background music. Yeah, can you guys hear them? Hell yes, we want to see the puppy. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love. Yeah, me too. You said they're Malinois. They are Belgian Malinois, purebred Belgian Malinois. I don't have papers on them because I didn't even ask for the papers. I really didn't think about it. I really actually didn't think I was going to breed them, except I got a female first, and then we just found this male, and he's absolutely a freaking stud. And the female has some amazing traits about her. Like, her temperament is just the most like loving, protective girl. And she's freakishly athletic. She's a little bit smaller, so she's like 55 pounds. And dad is a monster at like 85, 90 pounds. So they like split the hairs, but I kept two of my last puppies, and they're 6 months old, and they're at like 70 pounds each. So the male is probably 70 and the female is probably 65. So at 6 months, yeah, I anticipate them getting pretty close to dad size. And it seemed like pretty much the whole litter, besides maybe the runt, is getting that size. And this litter, we don't really have a runt. So I think they're all getting dad's size and mom's athleticism. But dad's pretty athletic as well. He's not as much of a jumper because of his size, but he is a sprinter. And when he runs, it is like Barry Sanders running at you in his prime, with a mouthful of teeth. Yo, Lightning Scott. Papers don't mean shit. Yeah, papers really don't mean shit. People think they do, but like, you don't know how much they bred that female. You don't know if that female had preeclampsia or something and never breastfed the dogs. You don't know if they left the dogs outside in an area where they got ticks early or anything. So there's a lot that goes into the first 8 weeks of life that supersedes papers, right? And if you guys know the kind of person I am, then yo, C-Man, bro, good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a little minute. Hope you're doing well, bro. We're over here talking about dogs and how Guntube could never die. Because first of all of us love firearms, and new products are going to come out, and someone's going to show them off. And like, the amount of people who care about that when the financial struggles are going on, I get it. It's gonna dwindle down. But a lot of us, like me especially, right? I haven't had a job now in almost 2 months, and the struggle is real. I don't want to open emails. Flash sale emails are dying because people ain't want to spend that money like that. I refuse to open them, so I don't look at products and what they cost, because I know I can't buy anything right now. And so, dude, this one's a heartbreaker. On my short about ammo shortages, someone comments at like 1:30 in the morning. I think I was getting done with a live or something, and was like, Brownells has a crazy deal right now for 1,000 rounds of ammo and a drum mag, 1,000 rounds of 5.56 PMC green tips, 62 grain, with a drum mag for $180. And like the website said, like, it had two separate things of like on sale from $5.99 to $185. And I figured it's Memorial Day weekend. They're just running like a small batch to give back to people. And they had another one that was $149 for 10 PMags and 1,000 rounds of PMC green tips. So even though I'm broke, I put it on a pay in 5 plan. So like $33 every 2 weeks for 10 weeks just to get this deal. Yo, Rebel Spirit, man. Let me know if you want to hop in here, Rebel. It'd be good to kick it with you. And so I ordered it and I got a confirmation email. And then today, Brownells hits me with an email that says, this was labeled incorrectly on the website. We directly apologize and sent you a $20 gift card for the inconvenience. And I'm like, bro, what? You gotta honor what's on your website, dude. That is like a binding contract. Like, yeah, you made a mistake. It's not my fault. And so, absolutely freaking, bummed about that. Because I'm like, bro, I have hardly any money to speak of, period. And I was like, this is like the break from heaven to get 1,000 rounds for that much money, right? Like, and pulled a 16-hour day today, tapped out. Yeah, no worries, Rebel. I understand. We'll reschedule something. Hope you're doing well, dude. I love seeing you put up training videos, man. Like, these guys know, everybody who follows my channel knows, I am not afraid to put up my training footage. Like, I don't expect anyone to be like, wow, Nomad is freaking Jerry Michalek. But I like that there is a progression, right? You could go see videos of me like, bro, look at my body weight. Look at how much weight I've lost. You go look at Heavy Red Dawn, months ago in the shorts feed, and you're like seeing the progression. And like, I hope I just motivate everybody else to like just get after it. Keep getting after it, dude. Shout out to them. AR-15 discounts honored their error before on primary arms LPVO Nova with mount before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You got to honor that. I guarantee you it was like the middle of the night. There weren't many people that did it. And it's coming out to like, I don't know, 29 cents a round. Maybe it was 19 cents a round when I did the math. But it's like, I bet you Brownells has had some PMC green tips stocked up probably in their warehouse since 2020, to be honest with you. And the PMags, bro, throw me 10 Gen 2 PMags. They could have hit me back with like, hey, we did this wrong. We're going to send you 500 rounds and 5 PMags. And I still probably would have been happy. But a $20 gift card and be like, now you can go spend more money on my website and take $20 off of it. It's like, bro, what the fuck? And now the freaking sales are gone off Memorial Day. So it's like, okay, so now your discount code for the sale is gone. I have a $20 gift card. I don't know. It just sucks. Bro, that's like $19.99 prices. Yeah, Shout out to $19.99. Wish I had a time machine. Christopher Lewis, 1292. What's good, man? Welcome to the channel, and hang out with us and see the vibes over here. We got a lot of good people in chat, and I just try to share what comes to the top of the dome and talk about things that I like. Garen Wilson raked and lifted 40 acres of hay today. Nice. Good stuff, Garen. Yeah, right, Lightning Scott? Too good to be true. Let's see, did I miss anybody? No, we're good. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, that's probably some of the reason Guntube is dying, right? Gun companies are low-key douchebags. There was barely any good sales for Memorial Day. Yeah, there was some decent stuff. I mean, the Geisley stuff, like, I'm pretty sure it's like in a contract that they bust out the holiday sales for Geisley. Which a lot of people have negative stuff to say about Geisley as a company. But, like, my experience with Geisley is fantastic, dude. Like, I haven't had to use like their direct customer service, but the products you're getting for the prices, like they could charge more. Their triggers are a little expensive, but it's almost because, not even because it costs you the most, it's because it's like we're the best trigger on the market, so pay the premium on the triggers. And for what the guns cost, like if you're not getting a sale or you're not buying an upper and building a lower or something, I think that's the best way to do it, dude. I think if you buy a complete rifle and pay a split price of like $400 and it could even be like $600 for the lower. And it's like, I love Geisley, right? They didn't have the ambi lowers out for a while. Now they do, which shout out to them. Yeah, I'm loving Geisley 12.5. Me too. That's my baby cakes. The Geisley 12.5. Shout out to Kurt 24. He's not here tonight, but I know he's got the Geisley 12.5. My homie that I train with we both run the Geisley 12.5. And the Geisley 12.5 mid-length gas system with the H3 buffer is like, oh, I love it. I love it. It's hard to want to shoot any other rifles, but I do to make sure I keep training. It gets hotter than expected, but it's turned perfectly. Yeah, I mean, my barrel hasn't gotten hot like that. I really don't just like chuck high volume of rounds all at once, though. Like I try to maximize my rounds as I train. Oh, let's see this one. So check out the difference in this one. This is the pick of the litter female. She does got a little white toe, which is super cool. A little white marking on her chest. But she's probably the darkest. I have a male about as dark as her, but her coat is like undercoat, like silver and super dark. She's a special one, man. The two that you guys see, they will not stay in the whelping box. They literally are like, nah, we're not hanging out with the rest of them. We're hanging out with the big dogs. We're hanging out with the big dogs, right? Or you're trying to get me to keep you, knowing that I already have 4 Belgian Malinois, and I would love to keep you. You're an angel. Yeah, she is freaking adorable, this one, dude. This one's got to go for a pretty penny, bro. Look at this dog, OG Bobby. Imagine her full grown. Oh, bro. My Mauser or something serious. I'll show you a picture of so I have someone who has the other boy, because I have one boy from the last litter, but like, dude, that's one of my males from my last litter. He's so bad, dude. These mouths turn into, like, you look at this little thing and you're like, oh my gosh, they turn into super dogs. It's like, yeah, they turn into super dogs. It might be intermediate gas length. I have to check on the 12.5. It's definitely not carbine. But I didn't think they used intermediate, like the obscure. I think it's a mid-length. Double check. Honestly, unless you need a solid rail, Geisley isn't doing anything too different. I just wanted the Cold Hammer Forge chrome line barrel. That's different, Rebel Spirit. Geisley's definitely doing something different. A rail. First of all, we need to get over like this rail stuff. Like, if you buy a complete upper from a reputable manufacturer, you have a sturdy rail. Daniel Defense makes a good rail. Geisley's making a good rail. Griffin Armament is making a fantastic rail on their complete uppers. Shout out to Griffin Armament. But they are doing like very similar to Geisley, where they have it like cut into the upper on the top. That rail ain't going nowhere. Like the whole thing, you know who's not doing anything different is the Sons of Liberty Mark 1. That they're selling you a okay trigger, a terrible charging handle, a basic not Cold Hammer forged barrel that's chrome lined. You can get a freaking Ballistic Advantage barrel that's chrome lined, I think. But no, the Geisley, you know what you're paying for in the Geisley? You're paying for the awesome anodizing that's inside of the upper receiver. So super slick, super reliable. You're paying for that charging handle. That's one of the best on the market. You're paying for almost a $500 bolt carrier group. Absolutely the best bolt carrier in the entire industry. The nano diamond, whatever coating that's on there, nano whatever. Yeah, the Geisley bolt carrier, it's out of control. The Geisley bolt carrier, and it has to do with the coating that's on it, right? They spent the money to put something on their bolt carrier that no one else has, and I mean, is it overkill? Maybe, but like that is the one part I want 100% overkill on is my bolt carrier. And I think that alone, the bolt carrier and the cold hammer forged chrome line barrel, which is very accurate, and you're paying for perfect gassing. So, you know, I don't know the specs. I know if Focus Trip was here, he'd be like, well, the gas port on the Geisley is XYZ. Like, even on his video, Sons of Liberty Gunworks, he's like, after shooting so-and-so rounds, like, we wanted to measure the gas port size. Like Focus Trip is deep on specs like that. He talks about so many other things, but, like, I would love for him to just do the nerdingest video on gas port specs. But, yeah, you're paying for perfect specs in your gas system. And you're also paying for a pinned gas block. Bro, their gas block on their barrel when you buy their complete upper or complete rifle is pinned bomb-proof gas block, right? With perfect gassing. So, like, you have a combat effective rifle that you can run anything through, put it through anything, drop 10,000 rounds on it without cleaning it. No, yeah, I don't know if I didn't catch that part, and I've watched the video like twice now. Yeah, the Mark I civilian model. Except we actually don't know what's gonna show up in the. People think they got like a contract, like they beat out everyone for the contract. Dude, they ordered like 50 rifles. They got like $100,000 contract or something. So it's like the tiniest, like, for instance, Geisley has like a $30 million contract with the military. The Sons of Liberty Mark I has a $100,000 contract. Like, the scale here that people don't realize when they just say government contract, Navy, whoever got their contract, I don't know who special forces. It's like, bro, they got $100,000 contract. And it's a cool rifle, dude. Like, the railing design is super cool. Like, the texture on it, do you need it? No, but it's cool. Is it cool you have cable management? Yeah, but you can buy little plastic pieces that I've never had them fail, and my cable management works great. And so do zip ties. Work absolutely phenomenal. So, like, do you need cable management for $2,700 to $3,200? No. SEALs contract. Yeah, they messed up. You know why? Because they'd have to charge you way less for calling it the Mark 1C. I think all the rails should mount with dowels and tabs, though. Yeah, I mean, it's just give me M-Lock, dude, and a 1913 on top. I'll figure out how to mount everything else. Like, it doesn't bother me. The key is, like, it doesn't shift. And honestly, you can have the best rail in the world, but it'll always come down to, do you have the best barrel? Do you have the best bolt carrier group? How's your trigger? Right? If I have to swap out and put a Geisley trigger in there, I should have probably just went with a Geisley, because the barrel is fantastic, the rail is fantastic, the charging handle is fantastic. The charging handle on that thing absolutely sucks, and absolutely the bolt carrier group is not equivalent. So it's like, for a gun for less money with a Geisley, you're getting a way better gun. The one other thing that Sons of Liberty did was like, if you get into a shooting, we will give you a loaner, Sons of Liberty Mark I, until you get your rifle back. We will lifetime guarantee this rifle forever. And it's like, how many people are gonna freaking utilize that? So like they in their mind they're like, it's the best lifetime continually. If it's passed down in my generation for 100 years, it still has this butt to tip freaking warranty, right? It's just getting the last little 1% of performance. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so getting back to Guntube, obviously, like, if you've been following Guntube for a little while, like, we've seen everything. And that's the hard part, is we've seen everything, so, like, remaking the same type of stuff, it's hard. But, like, what's the cool thing about it is, like, getting other people's opinions on the same thing, right? I'm dropping a video. My next video is how to set up your go-to rifle or your best rifle or your first rifle. And that video is basically about mistakes I've made along the way and keeping it simplistic and making sure the rifle has everything on it the first time so you don't have to change things around all the time. And you know, what uppers I would go with and which lowers I would go with. Like, I am primarily stuck with the Griffin Mark II ambi lower. Like, I love the thing. Other than that, like, if I'm not running a Griffin Mark II lower, it's like, just give me whatever. I don't care. I have a Sons of Liberty lower. I have, do I have all Griffin Mark II lowers? I have a Spartak. That's my only other not Griffin lower at this point. And I have a, shout out to Fat Rooster and his company. I have my complete Fat Rooster build that I will never get rid of, that I absolutely love. Kurt24, what's going on, man? I was just talking about you. Tony entered the studio. Is this two-shot, Tony? Which Tony is this? Tony, what's going on? You're going to have to hit that camera and mic so I can know which Tony this is to come up on stage. But yeah, we're just hanging, talking about, oh, Tony's out. I have 3 main rifles, 16-inch, 12.5, and an SBR. Kurt, we were just talking about the 12.5, man. I'm glad you made it by. Does the ambi bolt release make a difference? Thinking about going that route. So, okay, I'll explain why I love the ambi bolt release. I don't think the ambi mag release makes a difference, right? If you're not left-handed. But the ambi bolt hold open, yes. Dude, being able to rack your charging handle back and take your finger and push it up and hold your bolt hold open without doing a reach under or having to switch hands, right, to pulling this back and hitting that on the side, like, you grab the rifle how you normally would rack it and just lift your finger up and your bolt's back. Like that, I love. And then if, like, let's say I'm using an LPVO or I'm behind a magnifier and I'm shooting and I run out and I reload and the bolt's locked back, dropping it on that situation because I'm taking more of like a precision shot, right? I'm not doing like a fast reload. If I was doing a fast reload, I slide up and hit the button. But like I notice, like if I don't want to move, like if I'm in a stationary spot or I'm doing something, if I'm like bench shooting, if I'm shooting off a barrier, I like to pop that in, hit my finger, and then like just stay there. So yeah, I like that. I like that the option is there. The one thing I wish is that, you know, the Geisley Maritime bolt release, I build every lower out with Geisley Maritime parts. I don't care. I will spend the extra money on it because a cheap lower with all Geisley Maritime parts, it just feels the way it should feel to me. I feel like it enriches. Like, I don't care if you got a PSA lower. If you got a Geisley trigger in there, all Geisley Maritime parts, it's like, bruh, it feels great. So yeah, that's my take on ambi bolt releases. While we're here and we're talking about how Guntube will never die, why don't you guys drop 2 of your favorite Guntube channels, like 2 channels that you tend to seem to watch the most if you're like, I kind of want to watch some kind of video. Like, I have to say, Dirty Civilians, high quality. They put a lot of effort into their videos. Great videos. You know who I haven't seen for a while is like LARPer Raiders Anonymous, OG and Bones. Nice. I gotta watch more Bones, man. I gotta check out Bones. Nomads. Thanks, Aggie. 1911 Syndicate. Yeah, I like 1911 Syndicate as well. There's some stuff I'm like, it gets a little like not engaging or exciting, or if it's like a product I'm probably not that interested in. But yeah, they do a good job on a lot of things that I've enjoyed. I use the Radiant charging handles. What do you think of them? So I don't think I have one right up here anymore. I have one in the rifle somewhere. I think if you're going to run a Radiant SD charging handle with the ports in it and you're running suppressed, absolutely great decision. I think that buying the Geisley charging handle on sale for $89 is a better buy, and it does the exact same thing, maybe better than it actually does gas mitigation better than the regular Radiant charging handle. So I think the Geisley is the way to go on that. And I love Griffin Armament's charging handle. The thing is like, I don't know why, and Drew in Oregon told me this, like it didn't work in my Geisley. Like it was a little bit wider, and like something about it just the fitment wasn't correct. But like I run it in my 300 Blackout, my 11.5, and like cheaper upper receivers, and like no issues. So I don't know what that fitment is with the Griffin one, but like I love the Griffin charger. If the Griffin fit in everything, I'd probably run the Griffin charging handle in every single gun. I love the handles on it. I love that they have an extra port. They have a side port on the right side. So if you're shooting suppressed, like you have gas busting that goes over the back of the upper, and then you have a little port. It is an SD. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. The SD is absolutely fantastic. I like the Geisley Airborne. Yeah, I like the Geisley Airborne also. Super nice, just wider. Yeah, I kind of like the smaller ones. I think they're still Airbornes, aren't they? Isn't the Airborne the smaller one so that it's like doesn't snag as much if you're jumping out of aircrafts? Or is the wider one and the smaller one both Airbornes? I can't remember. Anything from the HK Gray Room. Yeah, you can't go wrong with anything HK. But yeah, I don't know if that was a two-shot Tony that came in for a minute. I'm having dinner right now. I didn't know it was alive. Yeah, short shot Tony. My bad. Two-shot. Short shot Tony. Didn't know it was a join live thing. No worries, man. I would love to talk to Short Shot Tony about the Infotac. Yeah, the Infotac holographic. That thing looks sick, man. I love EOTech, man. I love EOTech. I do not have EOTech money. I probably could have gotten one. Like, I'll be realistic. Like, I bought a 4XT Pro, and I love the 4XT Pro. I love that I can just throw it on the fast mount, and I have a nice little setup, and I can run the HRF skiff, which now I think Unity finally makes their own model of it. But I don't know, man. I like having the big window. I like Hollow Sun aims, not the big one, but like the regular Hollow Sun aims. I like having that square little TV screen. I like circle dots on rifles. And I like the 4XT Pro. I like that it gives me a lot of those options while still being small. It's kind of cool that it does that. And the real reason I went for it is because it takes one single AAA battery, and it lasts 50,000 hours. So I'm like, for a SHTF rifle, like, what's better than having one AAA battery last you 50,000 hours? Like, it's hard to beat that as a benefit, you know, where the EOTech and the battery life. And then if you want the new one that maybe has better battery life, like, you got to pay double the price of a Thor XT Pro. And like, I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, I'm sure, like, if I had the money and money was an option, it's probably worth it. Bro, you run $150 Geisy LPK, but no EOTech money, bro. All right, Hustle Bones, you're calling me out, dog. Calling me out. Listen, I don't buy the complete LPK. I wait for the 4th of July sale, and I buy each individual piece a little bit at a time. And then sometimes I don't even buy all of them, and I wait until the next sale and then buy a couple more and complete it. So, and shout out to Drew in Oregon, man. He sent me a lot of like lower parts kits. I've got Sons of Liberty lower parts kits. So like, I trade it out as I go, right? But like the Geisley pins, I can't give up the Maritime pins. I can't give up the Maritime bolt release. Yeah. So like, I'm not like I have to have a Geisley trigger. I want the Geisley trigger, but the LaRue trigger is good. Like I like the basic curved LaRue trigger. I like the basic curved Geisley trigger. I prefer the lightning bow, but like to pay that much more for the lightning bow, it's like I haven't bought a lightning bow. I have the flat one, but I don't have the lightning. I have 2 Geisley triggers. And I think Drew in Oregon sent me one of them. So I bought one. So shout out to Drew. Drew has been like the guy that's gotten me equipped, bro. I can't thank that brother enough. But bro, $150 is a lot different than $800. So like I need to spend that so like I feel good on the fact that I don't have to spend $800, you know? Like that's like 6 lower parts kits. And I don't even have 6 lower parts kits. So like, and then in the time that of the lower parts kits that I do have 1, 2, 3, and like when you buy the Griffin, when I buy the Griffin ambi lower, I can't change to the Maritime bolt release. So I only have to buy the pins. I only have to buy, and I don't even like their safety because I'm not a 90-degree safety guy. I'm a radian safety. So like, you know, like I don't need the full Geisley lower parts kit, but I need the pins. I prefer having the bolt release if I don't have an ambi Griffin lower. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I like making sure I have Geisley parts in my, you know, their pins, their springs, because why not get a high quality of those things? I mean, you can use cheaper ones, but like I've had them do weird, funky stuff, and I'm tired of it. For the couple extra dollars more, it's worth it. The Schmidt 2 stage is good as well. I prefer the curved and the Geisley triggers anyway. Yeah, I mean, it don't even matter to me. Give me any of them. But yeah, I kind of do. I kind of prefer the curved. I feel like straight triggers are a fad and will go away. Yeah, I mean, there'll always be that look. Like people pay for the look of them more than like that they do anything different. I'm running the flat one. Like I bought into it and like I have it. I do kind of like the flat taking long, precise shots. Like I just kind of like that. It's like, and I only run 2-stage triggers. Like I love 2-stage triggers. 1 stage feels like a harder pull to me. Like, I don't know if it's because there's no prep, but like, yes, there's no wall there, but they feel like they're just harder to pull back. Like I only have 1 single stage trigger, which is the Hyperfire, which is a fantastic trigger. And when I put in my Mantis Blackbeard X, bro, my finger gets tired on that thing. Like 50, 60 rounds. Like sometimes I'll test, I'm like, let me do 30 rounds of rapid fire and see how long it'll take me to drop it. And the trigger feels a little different when you have the Blackbeard in. But like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it breaks as soft and like it's as easy on the finger muscles. Well, I got stuff to do in the morning. Yo, Stifler Manufacturing, great to see you, brother. You've been putting out some fire content on Instagram. I'll have a post coming for you soon. G23's review shit. I'm a Pores and I have an Anderson lower. CMMG parts kit, can't beat that either. That'll get the job done. I don't remember the upper. I just wonder, dude, if you catch the right Geisley 4th of July Memorial Day sale on these like small parts, I wonder if it's probably the same price as CMMG parts kit. Or if it's like $30 more. Like we're talking a difference of like $30-$40 at most. It's not like we're like, you know, the difference between running a Hollow Sun or an EOTech. Like that scale is like way in the hundreds of dollars difference. I need to learn more about Instagram. I mean, Instagram's easy. You just you post pictures and shortish videos. You can post longer videos too, but it's cool. You just follow people that you like to support and watch people doing their stuff, you know? Watch people putting training footage, people putting gun builds, people, you know, who are manufacturers being like, look, we got this product on sale and these slides are on sale and we got some blems in, and then some people are doing giveaways, and you got tiny companies, which is nice. Like you can get a feel for a smaller company and get exposure to a smaller company that you might have never heard of that you found on Instagram, you know, and you like what they're doing and they seem like solid dudes and you can support. I refuse to run anything other than a Sons of Liberty Gunworks Mark 1 simply due to the super special spring quality. You mean the BCM A5 buffer system that they stole? Like the whole gun is stolen, is how I look at Sons of Liberty. Like they don't make every part on the gun. Geisley makes every part in the gun, every single part. Maybe someone, you know, white labels their lowers for them, but like lowers aren't. If you're running a standard lower, dude, Anderson might be a little bit out of spec, but like PSA lowers have been pretty fine. I mean, they're probably slightly out of spec as well, but yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with like a Spikes tactical lower. You know, even Griffin sells a really great priced regular standard lower that looks awesome and is awesome. I would trust that. I mean, their Mark IIs are great, so I'm sure their regular lowers are great. Aero precision lowers, you really can't go wrong with an Aero precision lower. I mean, it is going to get the job done. And what the M4 lowers, is it M4 E1s with the magwell and the trigger guard that's built in? Like, bro, those are so nice, super nice lowers. Like the people who are running like a Radian lower for 450 stripped, it's like, what? For what? Now, if I said I was doing stuff like that and I didn't have EOTech money, now we'd be talking. I like two-stage in all ARs on duty guns. You can't have a light pull with a light second stage wall without it being a light single stage of 2 to 2.5 pounds. The two-stage just getting pulled by accident. Gerald Bonachita. I don't know. You might have to elaborate on that. So, like, I guess what you're saying is like because there's that wall and it breaks smoother through that, like you could pull it on accident. I mean, you should. I never pull a trigger on accident. It should be deliberate pulls, with the gun pointed in a safe direction. I've got Geisley triggers in 2-gun. Nice. Yeah, no worries, bro. I look even at posts and I've watched it like 6 times and then I'll see it again and I'm like, how did I skip a word? Sometimes I type faster than my brain processes and I'll be like, I'll write something and I'm like, wow, there's a whole word missing. But my brain read it as if it was there, you know? Safe direction for you, not the bad guy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even at the range, you know, pull triggers in the safe direction. J-Pass, Agorizer, Hustle Bones, Rip Curl Readiness. What's going on? Is Drew in Oregon? Did I miss Drew? Where is Drew? Drew. Drew, what's going on, bro? Did I miss Drew? I do not see Drew in the chat. So, Drew, if you're in here, I hope I didn't miss nothing from you, brother. No, you can't pull it on accident with the 2-stage. Okay, got you. You get a light single stage triggers and you touch the 2.5 pound single stage trigger. That's not the vibe for me. That's too light and too touchy. And moving and running, you can shoot before you're ready with a too light trigger. Yeah, I don't even like that on handguns, man. Like, I'm not a 2011 dude. I think they're absolutely cool. I am literally like Glock till I die. Like, don't care. That's why I have quite a few Glocks, and like I basically get paid in Glocks from a side job thing that I do. But just give me a Glock. That's why I want a bunch of them. I got the 47, the 45, the 19X, the 19s. 19s are absolutely my favorite handgun of all time. Like, if someone said you can only have one handgun for the rest of your life, I'd say absolutely 150% would say Glock 19. Because I can add a magwell and extend my grip a little bit and get more of that full-size grip. I can run 15-round mags, 17-round mags. I can put the larger flashlight on it and a radian. I can slim it down to a flush barrel with a TLR 7X. I can conceal it. I can run it on a duty belt. Like, everything about the Glock 19 is like, how do you want it small today? Do you want it big today? And if you have an extra Glock 19 slide, you could have, stripped irons and an acro on one or something. So you have like a big optic and no optic. I think the RXM is a great pistol, especially for the value. Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get a $300 Glock clone that is from a reputable company, I don't know about great pistol, but it's a very good pistol. To me, it's a very good pistol. The fact you could go from like 19 to 45 by changing the grip module, fantastic idea. It's a more modular Glock 19, great. As long as you get one with the trigger that works. Ideally, though, for me on the RXM, like, I don't like their slide. I don't know why it bothers me. I don't know if it's because I'm so accustomed to OEM Glock slides. I know you want to sleep. I'll let you sleep, but I gotta move you. No, you didn't, Hustle Bones. You did not just say that. You did not say the Glock 19 is so good at wishing it was a P365 XL. No, you didn't. Ugh. RXMs are nice, yeah. Yep. I think my next, though, is going to be a Glock 21. I don't have anything besides 9mm. Nothing. I got a 380 and a 22 long rifle, but like, I don't count those. Just don't count them. Glocks equal poo-poo. Oh my goodness. I have 2 daggers, but I want an RXM. Yeah, I mean, sell the 2 daggers for 150 each and you got an RXM, which I think is worth it. I would rather have the RXM. I actually like the dagger slide, though, better than the RXM slide. The RXM slide feels like a weirdly balanced. Like, it's like chunky on the top of it. Like, feels like it's like heavier on the top. I don't get it. 365 is a good pistol. All the wig hate isn't the same as the 320. Completely different. Yeah, bro, I've had 4 P365s. All right. I've had an FDES work custom ported P365 double XL. So basically like a macro that takes an XL barrel with the port in the slide. Absolutely dope. I actually used to run it on my duty belt, and I have a holster still for it if anyone wants it. That has the Safari Land fork on it and everything. The problem with the P365 XL, goated ergos, yeah, for like a tiny gun, I could give you that. I can give you that. I like the ergos on the XL more than the 43X. But the problem is in high round counts, the trigger springs break and the gun goes dead. Your trigger can go dead. And I just don't like the magazines, man. And like, I still have some. If anybody has a P365 XL or a macro, like I have macro mags, XL mags, 15 round mags, the 17 round mags with base plates on them. Like, I need to get rid of them because I got rid of all of my P3s, all four. I actually have a hold on. I don't know if I can show like a slide, but like I have, you know, just a P365 piece of metal here. That's just a piece of metal. It's not a firearm. But if someone needs that or wants it as an option, like, I got it. You know, because I had that FDES work slide, then I had an extra slide from the one that I put on there. So when I got my wife a P365 regular, I put the XL slide on it so she would have better recoil management and better velocity and stuff. And it pretty much carries the same, especially if you're not using a light. But yeah, I need to get rid of all my P365 XL stuff. I should just slap it on eBay, I guess, or make an Instagram post. Only want a 32. Really, Garen? Bro, hook me up. Yo, shoot me a DM and let's work out a trade or something at least. Hustle Bones. Give me a 17. Yeah, I like the 17. I just, dude, even the 47 and the 17, like for a bedside gun, I like it. If I use it on a duty belt, it's fine too. But like, I don't want to carry a 17. I'd rather like carry a 19. I just would. It's just something about the 19 that just feels better overall day to day. I need mags. Well, dude, I got mags and I don't have any P360. I even have the regular P365 mags, the 12 rounders. Like, let me know what you need, bro. I got plenty of their mags. I need to move. I got gold parts that are sitting in bags. I need to move them. Legit Hustle Bones, please send me a message on Instagram. We'll have a discussion about it. You're a gangster, that is why. What? Gold parts? Yeah, I mean, I was all right, so I had the gold barrel and I was like trying to like match it, you know what I mean? Yeah, Sig Candy. No, it's a website called Sig Candy. And they basically take OEM parts and just either coat them and make them look. They got rose gold. They look cool, bro. They look cool. Yes, that was a different time, right? Now I'm just like, give me a black Glock with a red dot on it and a flashlight, and now I'm happy. Give me a Warfinger trigger. Shout out to Warfinger triggers, which are formerly Ranger-proof triggers. I actually, you know, we'll be doing a video on them, I think, here in the future. Spoken with them. I've been a big supporter of Ranger Proof for many, many years. Shout out to Andy from Ranger Proof. He was an Army Ranger, designed that trigger with Johnny Glocks. It is the same trigger that's in the Johnny Glock sets. And now the company was passed down to his protege, who was not a Ranger, so he felt a little awkward about keeping the name Ranger Proof. And good on him for doing that and changing the name to the company to be called Warfinger Triggers. And, you know, I still just change the trigger shoe. It's not as reliable as like your pins that are covered in polymer. But I prefer the metal triggers. And I think probably the best kit, I have not really felt a Johnny Glock trigger kit, like a complete kit in a Glock, but I have felt the Apex Performance kit, and I love the Apex Performance kit on a Glock. And I'm sure I would love it in an M&P as well. And the only guns that you would ever really see me own or buy is Glock and M&P. Like, and the only reason I would stock up a couple M&Ps is like so that I have backups in case like I don't know. We woke up and the Mandela effect happened, and Glock has like metal magazines that suck and don't have over insertion tabs on them, and somehow the aftermarket support is like all M&Ps or something. I don't know. Very obscure thing. Or like somehow I meet the Smith & Wesson M&P crew in the end of the world post-apocalyptic fictional scenario, and like they're all running M&Ps, and I'm like, I do have one of those. Let me swap this Safariland out for my other one in my M&P metal carry comp. And the only M&P I have is a metal carry comp. So like I was like, and I got it for super cheap, and I got stuck with it. Like I actually ordered from not Gunbroker, Grab a Gun, okay? And they had this massive sale, and like I was on the website and like I had never ordered from them, and a gun. I think I ordered some mags from them before, but I was looking on their site and it was like, make an offer on this gun, and I was like, an offer? You can just offer prices for brand new guns? So like I made an offer and they countered back for like $800, and I was like, $800? I thought these were like 1,000, and they're less than 1,000. I kind of was off, but I think I got it for like right at 8 or maybe right under it. And I went to go do like a payment plan, which I shouldn't have done. This was like late night, right? Like feeding the I need an M&P. I don't have anything but Glocks. And I hit the payment plan and went check out, and like it didn't payment plan me. It took all the money out of my bank account. Actually, in this situation, Rip Curl Readiness, my brother who's in the chat, helped my ass, because I was also going through a serious like financial problem. I'm like, oh, I can throw $30-$40 at this a month, right? Like I get, I was making decent money enough that if I don't buy other stuff and like I'm stocked up on ammo and I get my other stuff that I get for free, which is not free. It's just they paid me in Second Amendment credits. I still have a difficult time with the hammerless pistols, but I do have Glock 26, one of my favorite guns ever. Glock 36, absolutely phenomenal gun. And an XD subcompact. Ooh, that one I would move. I know guys who love their XDs. That was my first gun I ever purchased on my own, was Springfield XD9. It wasn't even the paying for. I think I did like a credo. Like I thought it was like buy now, pay later, right? Like I clicked buy now, pay later. I'm like, oh, it's gonna take me to the next screen, so I can like. I wasn't even set on buying this gun, dude. I had to put my card in so I could go to look at the options, right? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what the options would be. Let's take a look at. Maybe it's $14 a month for 24 months, right? Like something stupid. And I'm like, let's just see. Bro, I clicked the buy now, pay later, and it just paid for it. And I was like sick to my stomach. And so like I messaged them back. I'm like, hey, dude, I really need to cancel this order. I really got to cancel this order. And they're like, you cannot cancel it because you accepted a special price and you also selected buy now, pay later. I was like, but I'm not paying later. You guys took my money. And they were like, unfortunately, we cannot cancel this order here on Grab a Gun because you received a special offer for this gun. And I was like, bro, you just took over $800 from my bank account. I am not that guy. And Rip Curl Readiness saved my ass, bro. He loaned me the money for the gun, and I did buy now, pay later with Rip Curl. Saved my butt, Rip Curl Readiness. That dude is a real one. If you guys don't know, has an awesome channel, has been on YouTube longer than me. Why I named my first channel Red Dawn Readiness is because I was a big supporter of Rip Curl. I just really valued him as a man and as a genuine person, and I thought he was a genuine good guy who was doing good things. My brother, thumbs up. And I was like, Rip Curl Readiness, I will be Red Dawn Readiness. So RCR and RDR, we've been rocking out for years together, man. Absolutely love that guy. I have a difficult time with hammer-fired guns. Like, to me, don't like hammer-fired guns. I don't want anything external that could get knocked off or impeded on hitting the striker. And that sounds crazy. And I told DLD After Dark this, and I said, bro, that's my fear of hammer guns. Like, I don't want a moving part that is necessary for the firing of this gun on the outside of my gun. It's just in my mind, right? He's like, dude, that'll never happen. Nothing like that will ever happen. So you guys know that he loves the Beretta 92 SF, the 93. Like, he loves these Berettas. He's like, he calls me up. This is like 4 days later after I told him this. Calls me up. He's like, dude, I was just dry firing in my house with my Beretta, and I had a hoodie on with the strings. And he goes, I drew my gun, went to dry fire. One of my strings in my hoodie was caught right in the hammer, and the gun wouldn't fire. And I was like, that's it. That's it. I told you, dude. It is a 1 in a million chance that I'm not willing to take that my gun doesn't go off. And crazy, like, circumstantial support towards my wacko theory. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's probably just an era thing, you know, J-Pass. It's like, you come from the era of hammer fire guns, so like that's what you are comfortable with. And like, I've never owned. No, did I own a hammer fire gun? I used to own really cool gun, and I got rid of it only because magazines were like $75 a mag, very obscure and hard to find. I didn't know that when I purchased the gun. I just loved it. I had a Browning BDM, very cool gun, made an appearance in GoldenEye. You could switch from single action to double action, I believe. It's been a minute. I believe you can literally switch it on there with a switch from single action to all single action or all double action, I believe. But it didn't take high point mags. That's the fatal flaw of the Browning BDM. If it took high point mags, bro, the Browning BDM, the ergonomics on that gun, that would have been my hammer fire gun literally forever. I would have never gotten rid of this gun. Obviously I traded it in for a Glock. To the place that I got it from. But I'm like, damn, this obscure gun is, you know, like the magazines for it are here. Let's see. And I'm sure a lot of you guys might know what it is, but it's a pretty obscure, like not crazy rare, but like rare enough. But I loved it. I like the ergonomics on the Browning BDM better than the high point. It is better. I like it better. If it took high point mags, which are like, you know, FN makes them. So this is the Browning BDM, dude, and just an awesome pistol right here, man. That would have been like my fancy dancy, you know. This thing, the ergonomics on this grip right here, it just did something special. It did something special. Wow, the two-tone one is fire. Mine was actually black and green. Let's see if we could find the green one. Man, whoever has it now, I actually might know. I could definitely go back to the gun store. I mean, I do work for them, so like, let's go see Browning BDM green. See if we can find it. Oh man, yeah, mine wasn't all black, man. So watch it be like one of the rarest guns for being in the green or something, and like I just screwed myself. This was the early days, man. This was a little while ago. So like, let's go to all. Yeah, so originally designed to compete in the FBI service trials, highly regarded for its ergonomics, remarkable slim grip profile, and its unique trigger selector. Flush-mounted dial on the left side lets you switch operation from pistol mode to revolver mode. So yeah, that's what it was. It was a a double action, single action mode, or double action only, because around this time they were switching from revolvers to hammer fired, magazine fed pistols. And so it was like, hey, you can switch to revolver mode, so it's only double action every single trigger squeeze, which I would never use that. So like, I only need pistol mode. But just a super cool gun, man. I wish there was a world where I didn't ever have to get rid of it. Bro, I swear it is sweeter than the High Point. When you put that gun in your hand, you were like, whoa. Those little curves in the grip, and the shape of it is different. The balance of it is different than the High Point. There he is. What's up, Drew in Oregon? Good to see you. Good to see you. They're talking about the problem with living near AI data centers on Newsmax. Yeah, everything about that is a problem. The water that it's destroying. I've seen the water in Georgia. The AI, bro. We got to put a stop to this. The one thing, it's like they're just fumbling everything they do, but like, is anyone gonna like put a stop to it or not, or what? So yeah, man, shout out to Short Shot Tony. I hope he makes it by. I know he's had dinner, but it'd be cool to have him come by, man. I'd like to meet him. I cut all the drawstrings off my hoodies because I love hammer fire guns. No, I'm just kidding, Garen, but dude, I can't live without drawstrings on my hoodies. I love the high power. I do too. Like I gushed over the high power, especially the FN one, the like remake where it's like updated. Very sick. Rip Curl, hope you're feeling better. Yeah, me too, bro. I didn't know you were feeling bad, Rip. There's also an internal hammer fired guns like the FN Resex and others. They have a better trigger. Yeah, and a Smith & Wesson, I think the LCP Max is an internal hammer fired gun. I don't know if the bodyguards are too. I don't know why they were like more popular on those small guns. I can't remember the name of the company that used to make the 1911s with like the super flat hammer that laid flush. Is it Para Ordnance? Those were cool. That hammer actually bothered me less because it didn't have like anything that could hold on to something. It was like flat and it pop. Yeah, Ruger LCP Max is internal hammer. But yeah, shout out to the Browning BDM. This is our Forgotten Weapons section of the live stream. And this is why Guntube will just never die, dude. Because like, guys like to listen to other gun guys. Like there's like, even if you don't agree with this person on probably like you don't know them at all, and you don't agree with them on probably like 75% of commonality in anything else in life, it's like just being a gun person, you understand certain things about them, and that's enough to be like, I support you. I'm sure you support me carrying my gun. Hey there, you are Drew in Oregon. Hey, okay. Hey there you are is how you should read. How I should have read that. There you are, Drew in Oregon. I'm better, but something not right. I'm going tomorrow to my doctor's walk-in to get more labs done. I'll let you know, bro. Let me know too, Rip. I hope you're feeling better, man. Did you make it? Did you guys make it out to the shootout together for Memorial Day? Did you make it out, Rip? 2 LCP Max in front of me right now. Turns out the future. Hustle Bones. The last week that has been so accurate. Turns out the future of Guntube is talking about the past Guntube. I think more the past Guntube, right? Or the future of Guntube. Either one, it's like, let's talk about the past, future, and present of Guntube. This is now Guntube. Bro, I scrolled through my feed and got like, within the first 6 minutes, it's like, Guntube is ending. Guntube is ending. Hop and Brass Facts. Guntube is ending. Focus Strip, like Guntube ending. I'm like, oh man. Like, Guntube just is never going to end, bro. It's not going to end. There's more gun channels out there that people have never even obscurely understood that have a bunch of followers, and they just post shorts of, like, degenerate stuff. And, like, still people are subscribed to it because they're like, that's funny. I want to see more of those shorts. That's awesome. State of the Guntube address. Yeah. This is the Guntube address to the nation. We are not going anywhere. We will be posting training footage, gun reviews, our opinions, following closely the new releases that are within the market. And like, I can't lie, I'd say probably like last year SHOT Show, I kind of fell off of like the what's being released, when is this dropping, when is that coming? Like, bro, I'm not in a position. I've gotten to the point, I think Brass Facts talked about it on their live. The majority of people between the 2020 time of like, are we all going to be locked down in this world and have this scare? And then Biden coming in office, where like Biden's going to be a great gun salesman like Obama was. The Trump slump, when Trump's in office, sales go down, it seems like across the board. Because people feel less threatened that things are going to disappear, which they shouldn't. They shouldn't. Because it's not even about if they disappear. It's like if they become way more expensive, right? Like beating inflation is like the old prepping philosophy is like buy now when something's cheap because you know that you will need it later. Shills, yeah, shills, no good. Buy the dip. Facts, hustle bones. Buy the dip. That's some Trump advice right there. Buy the dip. XRP, Bitcoins. Buy the dips. So, shills, man, I have like back and forth on shills, you know? Like, I think some people shill really hard for stuff that's not great. Because they have relationships with those companies. And then other times it's like I have received a product and it's been so bad that I'm afraid to make a video on it. I have some products I still probably need to make videos on. And I actually have videos on products on my YouTube channel that are unlisted from the public because I was so like, this is absolutely some of the most piss poor performance that I have ever seen. And I don't even want to discuss it. I don't even want to talk about it, you know? Don't want to mention it. Don't even want to look at the box of how awful this thing didn't work. And like, I don't know. I think other people have other experiences too. Like, bro, I love my brothers in the prepping side and the other, like, there's different like factions in the GunTube world. So, and like I've always been the guy, like I get along with everybody. Like I like everybody. I genuinely like people of different backgrounds and different, like, are going after different nixes. Yeah. What came in the box didn't work well. Drewski. Like literally worked absolutely horrifically trash. And I put an ape slide on the frame though, and it ran just fine. But less stress is better. Amen to that. Each one of them have 2 Arisakas, 99s, one's fired, looking for a few parts for the other. Yeah. I don't know why I still have it. I should literally like set it on fire or something maybe. And the rifle that I got from them also didn't run. And I actually paid for that. I paid for that. Yeah. BCA is absolute trash. And if you shill for Bear Creek Arsenal, I'm sorry. They're absolute trash. And your hard-earned money deserves at least a PSA. Like, trash. Sorry, Bear Creek. I know you're doing some cool things. I know you're trying, dude. You're trying. But like, I have had absolutely horrible experience with Bear Creek Arsenal. Now my 6.5 Grendel upper that it will probably never touch a lower ever again, because like I'm not going to spend the money on shooting it. Now it works perfectly and it's accurate. But that's after my gunsmith opened up the gas port and tuned it, where it's like it literally didn't fire. It was a bolt action gun when I got it. But now it works good. And I've upgraded extractors and like, so like, but I don't want a project anymore. Like, I have to say, the one nice thing about buying crap when you're broke and you're starting out is like, if you get the stuff with issues, you just learn so much more about how guns work, and like you get an education, right? On like, oh, okay, so this needs to be like this for everything to function properly. Like you just assume everything works when you don't know nothing. You're like, gun. It must be a gun that fires rounds. It's like, nah, maybe. Later on, you find out like, maybe it does. Maybe it fires a few and then stops. But I it's hard with Bear Creek because like, I think they actually have a good rail design. Their uppers are a little heavy, but hopefully that they're using a little bit heavier barrel profile. So, you know, it's not the most accurate gun because it's a Bear Creek Arsenal semi-auto 6.5 Grendel. But like, I don't know. I've just gotten to the point where like, if it's not like I feel like I can trust this gun in the end of the world, hand it to someone else because I'm carrying my 12.5 Geisley and be like, this is going to serve you well. Like, if I can't do that with confidence, like, I don't even want to own it anymore. Don't do PSA either. It's a real name and not their own product. Like the Saber. The Saber, PSA Saber reminds me of this Sons of Liberty Mark 1. It's like, well, we have an FN barrel and we have a radiant charging handle, and like, I don't know. Is the only difference between the Sons of Liberty Mark 1 and a PSA Saber, like, probably has better quality control, and obviously the rail kicks its ass. Like, other than that, are you getting a cold? You're getting a cold, not cold hammer forge, but you're getting a chrome lined FN barrel, aren't you? And you're getting a radiant charging handle. And is the bolt carrier group that much different from this $2,700 Sons of Liberty Mark 1? Is the trigger that different? Because I heard the Sabres actually come with a pretty nice trigger. I don't know if it's LaRue. But is it that different? I don't know. Maybe head spacing might be that different. What's up, DLD After Dark? What's up, G? Right? Well, PSA is different because it's basically assembling a Franken gun for you. Yeah, which it's like, okay, you want a self-built AR, but you don't want to build it. Here's a PSA. Where Bear Creek is kind of like, do you want illegal immigrants building your gun in a factory in America? It's like, nah, I'd probably rather it be made in Turkey than that. By a barefoot Turkish man. The Scam 1 versus the Scam 2. Spear or Scar 17? Scar 17s all day. No question for me on that. I don't prefer either. For me, the 6 Spear would actually be badass if they used a barrel nut instead of screws to hold the barrel in. I would be like, we're solid on that. Yo, what's up, Fox? We got Foxtrotter 6 in the building. What's going on, man? Good to see you. It's been some time, man. Appreciate you getting your live stream. Cherries popped on the Red Dawn Readiness channel back in the day. Hope you're doing well, man. Seen a cool short from you the other day. Made sure to like it. You shot them squirrels from inside the hallway, man. Inside the screen door, inside the slider. I like that. That was a good one. Scar 17 versus Spear. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I guess it doesn't matter. They're both heavy and not what I want. So just give me one of them. You too, bro. You too, man. I'm making it. I am healthier than I've ever been, and God is good to me. And I think I would take an ACR over the Scar 17 and the Spear. If you want the truth, for me, I'm taking the ACR, and I'm taking the Bren over. Bye. Those can all go bye-bye. Give me that CZ Bren. That's how I would roll. I don't know why you would buy a 6 Spear if you could buy a Bren 3. Don't know why. That's like, why? And that's the stuff with like the Mark 1. I'm like, bro, you can get a Geisley Super Duty. What are you doing? You don't have a Geisley Super Duty and you bought that anyway? You're missing out on having a Geisley Super Duty? No. Come on, stop. FAL over Scar. Yeah, I'd take an FAL over Scar too. But yeah, I mean, the guys who can get these type of things in their hands and film with them, like everybody, Guntube will not die in that regard. Like, could it shrink? Guntube is shrinking. That is what the video should have been recently. Like, Guntube probably is consolidating, and it's not like Guntube's fault. It's obviously the platform that is strangling it. You know, where it's like, we don't like you guys. Let's just turn down the dial a little bit. Let's not show you to as many people that, you know, you might fit like 30% of their algorithm, but let's just skip those people now. Like, only the people that you're subscribed to, and like maybe some of their friends. Yeah, it's evolving. It's probably shrinkflationing. It's definitely never gonna die. Obviously, you know, seeing Dark in here makes me think of like other things. Like they killed off the gun building on YouTube, right? Like that was part of Guntube. That was like, bro, you can still find old videos though. I'm like, how do I change an extractor in a Glock? Like, there's a video for that if you don't know. I want an SVT 40. That's not a bad option. You love my FAL, Tim Harper. 12.5 DSA FAL with the paratrooper stock is fire. Yep. Can't blame Guntubers with the Overlord restrictions. Yeah, you can. I mean, dude, like for me, I was like on fire coming out the gates, and then the demonetization thing, it was kind of just like sour taste. I probably shouldn't have cared as much. But it was just like, I don't know. I just wanted that little ticker of like, yep, I did it. I got monetized. You know, it has nothing to do with like them or anything else besides being like to myself that I'm like, pat on the back, dude. You did it. Not the money thing or anything like that, but it's like, it would have been nice to do Red Dawn streams in members only chats, and that's, you know, what I want to get to is like members only live streams. So like probably these Wednesdays when I do get monetized, we might just do members only on Wednesday nights, and then Friday nights like all kinds of stuff. And I've been reaching out to people, and I'm definitely going to have some more special guests that you may have heard of and may never thought of, and stuff like that through talking to people on Instagram. I need to get Jimmy Watson on here to have a chat with me. I talked back and forth with him a little bit on Instagram, and I think me and Jimmy would have very good conversation for the airwaves about all kinds of topics, not just the main exciting ones that I'm sure we would have interesting dialogue on. I want a Galil. Yeah. Ask Rip Curl. Rip Curl, you want to sell a Galil? Want to sell a Galil to a longtime fellow chat member? He might actually sell you the Galil. I don't know. You know, he'll let you know. Yeah. Garen Wilson. PrisonPenPals.com. I found a Guntube guy that was doing Pokemon cards a few years ago. All his reviews were being named mid-tier stuff, and none of his reviews said anything bad. Yeah, I mean, like, I have to say, like, you could definitely put a positive outlook on a lot of mid-tier things. Like even with me saying what I've said about Bear Creek, like, I could be like, okay, so what is that thing called again? Is there a name on it? The Bear Creek Grizzly Glock clone. Like, you got a bunch of Glock parts out of it, and you could soup them up and probably get it to do just fine. The upper I got from Bear Creek Arsenal, I got that to run just fine. Thank goodness I didn't have to pay like $150 to get the gas port or anything like they did. They hooked me up. Guntube will die and be replaced by drone tube, sadly. Ugh, I hope not. And I hope it's not domestic drone corn on the cob. Give him my number. Bear Creek. Yeah, Bear Creek is absolute donkey doo-doo. Lonely Mountain Cowboy, welcome. Welcome, bro. I mean, it does seem like night vision footage does super well, right? Foxtrotter 6, wow, Fox, I've had you up there on the screen for a hot minute, but yeah, Lonely Mountain Cowboy, welcome. You know, Fox did phenomenal in his shorts and his approach, like being just different. Being different is the key, and high quality stuff is the key. Like when it comes to brass facts, like and hop, sometimes I don't feel the need to watch the video. I just listen to it because like they deliver a lot of quality information. And I still like their videos, and I honestly like listening to Focus Trip, man. The days where it felt like him and what's that absolutely horrible trainer that's an active duty member who says stuff he probably shouldn't say when he's active duty on Instagram. I forget his name. But when they were like kind of cool and he was spilling a lot of stuff, that's when I was kind of like, I don't know about this one, Focus. I don't know about platforming him. And it looks like things didn't go as planned. Trans Grenade. That's his name. Trans Grenade. I think that's it. Trans Grenade Trench? Trench Grenade. Trans in a trench? What are you guys commenting? Trans in a trench? No, a trench grenade. That's what it is. It's trench grenade. He's got a funny channel. Sometimes I'm still tempted, like even though I don't subscribe, they push in my direction, and I'm sometimes they're decent. Like I watched his 2000 round Glock Gen 6 review. It did better than his P211 from SIG. Yeah, that's just funny. It's just funny. Shout out to Trench Grenade. Trench foot grenade. Transmit it better, bro. You guys are a trip in this chat. Trench trans. Some of his vids are pretty good. Yeah, some of his vids are pretty good. I will give him that, dude. And like his little whiteboard stuff, that's his best stuff. Trench Grenade is probably a Fed. Like, I don't know how you say some of the stuff he says about our greatest ally and other things while he's like an active duty military member. That's mind blowing. I don't know. Drew says I don't watch him. Nope. Yeah, I mean, I think on the scene with when it came to him is like he had that show, Nuke Our Parks. Shout out to the brother Risky Krisky with another channel. Dropped a video. Shout out to Risky. If you're looking for his channel and you can't find it, go to the live stream we just had with him like a week ago, and he's tagged in the description of the video, so you can click his channel. But Risky had with him Trench Grenade and used to be the Last American Outlaw, but I think it's just American Outlaw now. And they had a show where the three of them did this thing called Nuke Our Parks. And they were good, man. They were some good listens too. I'm pretty sure they're still up besides the ones that were on Risky's channel. I think they were on Trench's, and I think they were on his, and they like rotated which channel they would do it on. But the Nuke Our Park shows were fun. Because they're three pretty different dudes. So it made for some interesting conversations. Yeah, Risky is just a genuine, fantastic personality out of the realm that God created. They spit out a man named Risky Krisky, and he's one heck of a fellow. Shout out to my brother Risky. I hope you got your magazine that I sent you. I haven't confirmed with you yet, but if you're around, hanging around, that's the homie, man. Good, solid human, and the type of guy in a bad situation you would want to be there. You could put faith in that guy. Bummer is someone beat me to a good deal on a Springfield Helion. Yo, we got one, Rip. I could get you a good deal. Let me know what that price was, and my shop has one, and it's been sitting on that wall for a hot minute. So if you tell me what that deal is, I might be able to get that thing shipped out to you, Rip. Trench and Garantham is one of the weirdest collabs I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, that's pretty weird. That's a pretty odd one. Yeah, I can't imagine how that went down. It's like, my sergeant is your sergeant. Since we both have never deployed, we should do a video together. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But weird stuff, dude. At least it was on Trench's channel, It's like Garantham ain't put that on his channel. It's weird though, like if we think about Guntube, like Lucas Bakken is now Lucas Bakken. He's not T-Rex, bro. For majority of Lucas's like career, he was just known as T-Rex Arms, right? He's got skinny arms. The company was named T-Rex Arms. People like for a long time, I was like, oh, that's T-Rex Arms. When I seen the guy, I had no idea there were brothers involved for a long time. You know what I mean? Trench did a video talking trash about Garantham after they did those videos together. No way. Robert, shoot that to me in a message, bro. Shoot me that video if you can like copy the link or send it and share it to me. That's a trip, bro. It seems like he's gotten into dudes who have like helped platform him, like Focus, right? Like maybe Risky will be the next one, and if he get into a beef with Risky, bro, I don't think you want Risky cutting you up with his personality. That probably wouldn't end good for nobody. He's talking trash about Lucas too. Well, he did the video about like Lucas's training footage was something else. I was a bit shocked on some of the things I saw in that hour and a half training footage. I was like, what? Like Lucas mentioned something about when you're zeroing your rifle, you should be able to shoot at a cadence of like boom, 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 boom. And it's like, that'll help zero your rifle faster. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good idea to me, bro. You should take your time and take as precise as a shot as possible to get the best zero. It's okay if it takes you a few more minutes. He talks shit about Risky too? Bro, what is up with this dude? He just is like, he is like the Ricky Lake of Guntube. We were just like, why does this exist? Like, why am I watching this? Why is this on the TV screen at the doctor's office and I'm watching these people fight over this, like that is strange. Man, I couldn't imagine him had talk shit on Risky. Crazy. Oh wow, we've been going an hour and 40 minutes. We'll probably call it here in a little bit. I have to be up early, got some side work and stuff. Trench is trash like Bear Creek Arsenal. That's something else. Drew, since the wife passed away, yeah, dude, it's been rough for Robert. I couldn't imagine going through that, man. and that was his dearest love and his best friend. And he also is, you know, her guardian angel. Now she's his guardian angel. So, I mean, my heart goes out to my brother Robert Ham because he is a real deal, real one. If you've never seen my interview and having a live stream on with Robert and his wife, now I absolutely need to make sure I back up that video, Robert, because that is highly monumental, and it's on my Rumble channel under Red Dawn Readiness. And yeah, man, awesome dude, awesome brother. Garen Wilson, yep, I have both of those and many others. I like bow pumps. Would like a desert tack. Yeah, that's rough, dude. We all go back to the earth eventually, man. It is such a blessing for the time we get. Like, we got to figure out ways to understand that when people pass to the eternal, and it's so hard for our human minds to, like, we could say it out loud, but it's hard for us to accept it, is that, like, we will be united with them again, and we have to be. Like, we have to be. And if you're a believer in Jesus and he, you know, to me, that is like the lock, the door's there, and there's the veil, and there's a lock on it, and the unlock it is Jesus Christ, to be reunited with everybody in that ethereal plane or spiritual realm. Wow, Robert, you're gonna be a grandpa again. Congratulations, bro. That's fantastic. So yeah, let's think. What else about Guntube? So Guntube, okay, I'll go on some of my favorite channels, and I will say, even some of their content has changed a little bit. Which I talked a little bit like Brass Facts, and like with Brass Facts and Hop, their personalities, I think they would kill it if they just did a weekly podcast or bi-weekly podcast of them two picking a topic and talking about it. And some of their best videos are like where Brass Facts and Hop sit down and they're like, let's talk about all these chest rigs we spent our money on. Like, that video alone, I've probably watched like 3 times. Because it's just good. And also, I forget which ones they are when I start looking at chest rigs again. I don't quite have that many chest rigs, but if I did, I would make a video just like that. Because I enjoy it. If I enjoy someone else's content and I'm capable of like making something similar, I do it just so I can, like, instead of watching their video 500 times, like, watch myself do it once. And that's probably the most I can watch my own videos once. But yeah, I mean, I like what Short Shot Tony does. I like his review style. You know, don't be a dumbass. Everyone needs to hear that often. Like, all men, we need to hear, like, don't be a dumbass, man. Like, that should be the, don't be a dumbass, you know, when you say what's up to the homies. I like their vid content, but their lives are actually so much better. Me too, Hustle Bones. Completely agree. Their live streams, they're way better at just, like, chilling and spitting off about their experience with products, their thoughts on it. I don't even agree with every single thought they have. It's just they do a good job, and like, I don't think I actually have one of those voices. Like, sometimes I listen back to my lives and I'm like, that doesn't sound that bad. I say I'm tolerable. But like, some people have that radio voice that it's like, yeah, it's just like a radio show about things that I actually like. They're a cute couple. Yeah, they are a cute couple. They are. Hop and Brass. I wonder if it was like, you know, like Brazzers and Cop, but with another C. That should be their nickname. I hate to throw you one that deep, Brass Facts and Hop, but Brazzers and Cop is a funny nickname for you two. Um, that's a long life. Could only hope to live that long, man. Blessings. Yeah, I mean, dude, we gotta be grateful for how long we make it. I know so many people that didn't make it into their 30s, and when I got into my 30s, I really thought hard about just that. It's like, man, I lost a lot of friends before they hit 21, and just stinks. Just, but it's also, like I said, man, it's just this weird. I think I was talking to Dark about that too. Is like, what happens to children that pass on, and it's like, but they're like, it could be so amazing where they're at that they didn't have to suffer for 70 years sometimes. And even if you consider yourself not suffering, there's so much beauty in that suffering. It's beyond our human comprehension. It is beyond, like, we can't rationalize things well. That's why we sit and dwell and get depression sometimes, because it's like we can reach the very short edge of these super complex ideas that evolve into eternity, and our brain just sits there and stares at it like the sea on a beach, where we just can't fully comprehend it. What happened to Modern Frontiersman? Man, they nuked Modern Frontiersman's channel. They nuked his channel. I probably have it, Sev. I will try to post it for you. Even if it's just on like my community page or something. Oh, Robert, I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. Robert, you could always pick up the phone, and even if I don't answer, I will be calling you back the moment my eyes see your call, bro. You know that my door and line is always open. And I talk for 2 hours to the camera and reading you guys write messages to me. Like, I would love to talk to you in person, bro. Anytime. You call my phone anytime, bro. You have my number, so anytime. Yep. Absolutely, we are here for you, bro. The one thing me and Dark have some very deep conversations, and like, I while I have the time here, I want to thank everybody who sent a Cash App the other night to me and him on that stream. Like, you guys have literally been like directly paying for the food that my children are eating right now. So thank you very much. Like, beyond words of gratitude. The gas that is allowing me to go to the store to get food for them, like, it's that level of wow, I can't thank you guys enough, man. Like, Hot Dog 990, Phantom, Drew in Oregon. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody saying thank you, man. And yep, Hot Dog 990, Drew in Oregon, and Phantom, bro. You guys last night, bro, like life. And me and Dark probably stayed on talking backstage with each other longer than we should have, and we should have went to bed. But we prayed together, and I know he's going through stuff too. And like I said, man, like, we have to go on no matter what, bro. We have to go on. Like, we don't know what God's going to call us to at a time where he needed specifically you for this task. And that's one of the reasons why we must go on. And that's all I got to say about it, is like, so much emotions, so many things are beyond us being able to be like, okay, I dealt with it, it's gone. Like, no, it doesn't work that way for us, Like, we get broken down. And we are like, are these trials that God is putting us through? Is this an attack by the evil one? Like, sometimes it's hard to differentiate and discern which is which. But at the end of the day, it's like, doesn't matter where it's coming from. It matters that it lies before me, and I must overcome this by the strength and the power of the Holy Spirit that dwells inside of me. Dog, Red Dawn and I were literally praying almost in tears after the show last night. We need to stick together. Yeah. No, I literally did shed tears. And I thank you, my brother DLD, for to have someone that I could pray with like that is highly valuable to my life, bro. I can't thank my brother Dark enough for just being a brother. Like, we could pick up and talk to each other about anything and like just see eye to eye. And you know, so yeah, I can't thank you guys enough, man. Tim Harper came in town, took me to lunch. Shout out to my brother Tim Harper, bought me a ham radio operator book, took me for one of the best meals. Tim, tell me you're not craving that dinner we had right now, bro. I am. I've been thinking about that meal we ate multiple times. I'm like, dude, that I had sea bass, he had a grouper, like we ate gator. Yes, I broke the Levitical laws to eat alligator because Tim Harper doesn't come to Florida very often. So like, yeah, we had to eat some alligator. I had to show him how Florida man rolls. Like, if we gotta eat alligator, we eat alligator. And so yeah, we did. We ate alligator and fish. And Tim, I wish we could have that meal together more times in life, bro. Because I'm tempted. At least that restaurant exists for me. I don't know if I have the money to go over there and take my pack of wolves that are human beings that live with me there. But maybe one day if I'm in the area, I'm gonna stop and order that exact same meal I had and think about eating lunch with you, bro. And took me for tacos. We had a great meal at a Mexican restaurant the day before. Dude, we had a great time. Like, that was like, I wasn't even on vacation and I felt like I had a vacation with Tim. It was awesome. It was like a ham radio vacation with a dude that I really enjoy spending time with. So yeah, Tim, man, thank you so much, bro. Like, it is the littlest of things that makes such a massive difference. Yeah, it's a wild ride, this life. This life is a wild ride. And Guntube is fun, and we need an outlet. And I think majority of us are not going to sit down and scroll through Netflix and watch the same movies we watched a million times already in our life. That most of us probably owned on VHS and overwatched it back then. And now we're watching it again. Or we need to watch Ben Affleck make his 9,000th movie and watch it. And this time he's Batman. And next time he's a former military guy who gets capped in his head on the side of a mountain. And the next time he's the negotiator or whatever that movie was. And it's like, no, that wasn't him. I forget which one it was. The one where, yeah. Anyways, it actually doesn't matter because I don't even think I watched that one and paid attention to it. But I'm just not like the Hollywood stuff is like, it's just, I would rather just listen to real people. Even if the Guntube isn't perfect, it's better than supporting and watching Hollywood. The Town. Yeah. The Town's actually not bad. That's probably his best one. Yeah. Thanks, Tim, man. Big blessing to have you around, bro. The Accountant. Yeah, that's probably it. I think that is it. Is that the one where he's the journalist and goes like for the CIA? I don't remember. I think I don't know if I watched the whole movie. And I used to be the dude who was like, I'll just put on Star Wars again or Lord of the Rings, and like the soundtrack is what I liked the most of movies. I was the guy that was like, if it's got that vibe in it of the good soundtrack, I can put it on and go to sleep. You know? Most of us are Christ followers, broski. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, even ones who are not as diehard Christians, like, we have just great people who live great principles of their life that are around us as well. Like, there's a lot of dudes who aren't like, I read my scriptures, but like, I'm taking them over some other dudes that I do know that say they read their scriptures. Like, absolutely I am. 1,000%. every day that ends with a letter Y. Something's happened to bring us together. Yeah, man. It's fate, I guess. Similar interests, the Man Club, the whatever it is. Blade Runner has a 6 sound. Yeah, Blade Runner does. I can even the newer one. I can rock to, if it's got an 80s vibe to it, most of the time it has a 6 soundtrack. Rocky movies, fantastic soundtrack. The movie Rad. Shout out to Kurt24 if you're still listening, my brother. Andrew. The movie Rad maybe has the best soundtrack ever made. And you know what? A lot of those songs were made for the Rocky films and they didn't accept them. Thank God they didn't, because they made Rad, and Rad was super rad. If you don't know about Rad, then you missed out. You should find out about it because it's that dope. An optic on a 300 blackout with a 16-inch barrel? Well, it still depends. So like 16-inch barrel, it's like, what's your application? If it's hogs or something, then you could go with a prism. You could go with a red dot and a magnifier. I have the Hollow Sun Ames on mine, and I love it. Southern California back in the day. Yeah. I'm taking Californians over New Yorkers. Want to keep it real? Like, Californians are easier to like hang with sometimes than New Yorkers. New Yorkers are rough. I'm just a Florida man, so like, don't judge me. Enters the chat, the Armsman. Nah, I'm taking Armsman. He's one of the good New Yorkers. 100% I haven't seen a Massive Awakening. I have seen a Massive Awakening. I feel like there's a reason why the Lord would bring these type of men together in the Holy Spirit. I think he's raising up his soldiers. I hope so. Or it's the algorithm and they're putting us all in a fish bucket. I don't know, Dark. Only time shall tell. I was thinking one day you could probably get away with a 1-4. I don't know if you need 8x, Robert. You could probably get away with Spikes had a company that actually made a nice 1-4 called like Spider Optics. It's actually a decent 1-4. My buddy has it on a 308 that he uses for hog hunting. Pretty clear. But yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with anything on a 16-inch. I don't care what the caliber is. It's like 16-inch, whatever you want on it. It's gonna do well. It's gonna shoot flat. It's gonna punch out. It's gonna push that 300 blackout past its limits of like a 7-8 inch. So in the Midwest, I wish I was in the Midwest. No, look at my skin tone, bro. I literally get cooked on a daily basis. That's why my olive skin is a little bit of Indian red. How far is the 300 blackout? 16 far? ACOG stack. Can't go wrong with an ACOG either. Always, only ever ACOG. I am just the most anti-ACOG guy. I hate the eye relief. I am aware of great scripture, doing my best to live in the word, not the world. Yep. Need an optic for my 11.5 Ergy. That's a red dot gun only. I'm sorry. An 11.5 Ergy is a red dot, or you could be one of the very obscure, having like a prism optic that is no longer available on the market that has a T2 footprint, something very obscure like that on your 11.5 Geisley URGI. But I personally would go with the red dot because the red dot is the premium of fast acquiring optics for your selection with long battery life. And yeah, I would go red dot. I would go Hollow Sun Ames, Sig Romeo, whichever one is in your price budget. I like the Romeo 4S, solid red dot. I have the one with the crosshairs, and it almost doesn't matter to me. Crosshairs, no crosshairs. I probably prefer the no crosshairs, like if I had to pick one, but the crosshairs don't bother me at all. And I got it on like a really good deal from Palmetto State Armory. So I like my Romeo 4S. It's sitting right here next to me on my 11.5 home build. That's suppressed. Yeah, I would go red dot. That's me. But I mean, I am the type of dude who understands everybody likes their own flavor of ice cream, and I'm probably similar to Biden in one regard that I kind of just like vanilla. Probably with cookie doughs in it. Though. Because my teeth aren't Biden level teeth. I'm not using some teeth that I found at the bottom of Epstein Island to put in my mouth like Biden probably was. Just kidding. Everything on this show is for entertainment purposes only and comedic relief. Hit that subscribe and like button. I know, but what do I mean? The red dot market is so vast. You could just put a Hollow Sun ARO on it, and it would do great. I don't want an EOTech. Check out Short Shot Tony did that review on the Infotech. Looks cool, and the other. I forget what it's called, but it's another holographic site. It looks decent as well. They're both like in the $400 range mark. I just feel like if I'm gonna pay $400, I want to know I'm getting a premium product. And even though those products appear to be good in reviews, like I just am not sure. 11.5 is a 200-yard gun. Yeah, I've shot my 11.5 dead nuts out to 400 on a steel silhouette at 375. What I like most about EOTech is a 1 MOA center dot, right? That's the golden ticket for the EOTech. Okay, you go with a Hollow Sun Ames, you're looking at a 3 MOA dot, right? So that's a 3-inch thing at 100 yards. A 1 MOA dot is a 1-inch spot. So your accuracy at distance with a 1 MOA dot on an EOTech is very good. I see 12.5 Drewski. You can get away with the LPVO with top dot on the 12.5 because you got the rail space for like just stability of. I've bench shot my 12.5 really well. The 12.5 is the do all, right? Like I think 11.5, 10.5, absolutely red dots only. 12.5, you're moving up to. You can put magnification on it because that's like a steady. You're still getting the correct velocity at 150 yards to 200 yards for a 5.56 rounds. So like then you could even push that out to 400 comfortably. And if you want observation capabilities on top of accuracy capabilities, you could push that 12.5, I think, a little bit further. And it depends on the application of the rifle. I mean, I do agree with purpose-built rifles. Like, what is your purpose for the rifle, and design it that way. And on top of it, I'm also a firm believer in put what you shoot best, what your eyes prefer best, what you're comfortable shooting the best. Put that on there. So, really an 11.5 for that round of tumble, it's stopping at like 100 yards. Maybe 150, maybe. And, you know, you're getting more distance out of that on a 12.5. But like a 10.5 is like a 50-yard gun for having the terminal velocity. Is that what it's called? I don't like technicalities. But, yeah, a 10.5 is like a 50-yard gun for like having the correct velocity for a 5.56 on impact. And I believe that's like right around 200 feet per second. 2,000 feet per second. My apologies. Even though I don't even know if that gun gets 2,000 feet per second, period. Next is LPVO. Yeah! LPVO and red dot versus red dot magnifier. It just doesn't even matter to me. I shoot them both great because I trained so long with the LPVO red dot that like You slap the steel silhouette. Yes. I'm not saying the bullet stops at 50 yards. It's not a 45 ACP out of like a short barrel, right? I'm saying that, yeah, to correct. There we go. And it might be a little less than this, depending on the round. But yeah, we're talking about the correct wound cavitation, which is the tumbling of the round, is what it's designed to do. And it's not going to do it at certain distances with certain barrel lengths. Don't shoot the messenger. That's a fact. You probably still will hit something. You probably will still not feel great. But it ain't going to smack it the way you want it to at those distances when you start chopping barrel lengths. I don't think either one matters, Rusty. Either one. I mean, I love how the 12.5 feels, but I'd probably enjoy carrying the 10.5 better, and I think you'll probably get what you need out of a 10.5 300 blackout. You know, depends how far that brush you're going through is. So if you don't mind carrying the 12.5 constantly, go 12.5, but I think you get what you need out of the 10.5. It depends. You want to put a suppressor on it, you're going to have more enjoyment running if you can get a 5.5-inch suppressor. Now you're looking at a 16-inch gun with a 10.5, and you're looking at a 17.5 to 18-inch gun on the 12.5, right? So that's the way I look at these barrel lengths, is suppressors are why you go shorter on barrels. Like if you're not going to run a suppressor, 16-inch AR-15, fine. All day. That's what you would want, right? 14.5, 13.9 if you're feeling frisky. Moose Man, man. For long range, you probably want mil-dot, to be honest with you. If you want to like range, right? Like you want to be able to range targets out at distance. You want to not have to use a rangefinder, mil-dot. If you're talking about crosshairs for long range, no. You know that, Moose Man. Are you testing me? I think Moose Man's sending me test questions. Am I getting test questions, Moose? Moose Man knows a lot. Moose Man is... Tell me, Moose Man. Are you testing me? Obviously, getting hydrostatic shot for proper wound cavitation is ideal, but we all have to make some sacrifices in the rigs we choose to carry, especially when running a can on it. Yep, exactly. Oh, I guess you could you could technically put it in there. I think you hit long range at 500. I think when you get out of respectable max point blank range of a red dot, like a 36 yard zero is a 36 300 yard zero. So like you could start long range at 300, because you should have glass shooting that distance. But I mean, I know with crosshairs, I could dead nuts that out to 5 probably. Now if we're going past 500, mil-dots. Because think of like, if you're using 100 yard zero on the gun, then, you know, obviously your holds are different, right? But if you're using a red dot and you run a 36 yard 300 zero at 375, you really can still pretty much hold dead nuts, and you're going to hit it with a 36. And if you really dial in the gun on a max point blank range zero, and you get the ballistics and you put that in the calculator, you can probably run like a 48 to 56, something like that, yard zero, or maybe it's a 42 or 43, and that'll make that group like this shrinking out to about 400. It's also for quick shots at 100 yards. It's also for the thing about a quick shot is if I'm in patrol and there's the threat, and it's within my max point blank range, on a red dot, I can pull the gun up, acquire it the fastest, put it on it, and pull. I don't have to worry about eye relief. I don't have to worry about scope shadow. I don't have to worry about getting my head in the right position. All I got to do is put that dot on it at 200 yards. I mean, dude, with a 36-yard zero, you have a climb like this at 200 yards. Like, you still might have to take quick shots at distance. That's the thing. Is like you don't always have the opportunity of like, I'm on a rooftop behind cover guarding a property, right? Like if you're out on foot, you could seek cover behind a tree, or you could take shots at something and begin threatening it very quickly and poke holes in it very quickly. 300 yards with a 36-yard zero is pick your gun up. I see it. It shot rounds at me. Turn, fire with great presentation, great stance, great side alignment, great side picture. The last thing that I want to do, I've run a scope a lot, okay? I ran it exclusively for over a year. A couple of different ones. 1 to 10, second focal plane, 1 to 8, Arkin, 1 to 8 Griffin. If you're taking rounds at a real threat, okay? In my opinion, this is with my limited amount of civilian knowledge here. The last thing I want to do is, while 2 or 3 rounds have passed by me, is have to change my magnification on my scope. Now, you could just keep it at 4x, and yes, you're getting more out of it, but 4x has a lot to be desired at 300 yards. And now you're going to need to take that red dot, probably drop down into the scope so you're on target, because if you're at 4x and it's still that kind of close, your field of view isn't that large, right? So on a red dot, you have a very large field of view. It's like threat, dot, I have 30 rounds in a magazine to put down this threat. And hopefully it's not just me versus him, right? It's me and my guys versus him and his guys. And if it's just this one obscure, like, Mortal Kombat at 300 yards, test your might, and it's me and him alone in the earth, then, you know, it's like a street fight. Who punches first? You know, who's going to punch first? And if he's punching at you and he's missing you at 300 yards, you just got lucky as fuck and he sucks. Because if you didn't know he was there and he sent rounds first and he didn't hit you, he sucks. That's why ACOG stack. But see, why ACOG when you can just keep an LPVO on 4x, and when you need to go all the way up to 8x? That's the way I look at an ACOG. Like, fixed magnification for me is a no-go. That's even where the limitation is on magnifiers. On top of stacking 4 panes of glass, is, you know, an LPVO, a cheap VPO is still clearer. And I have an EOTech 5X magnifier. Like, that joker was not cheap. Okay, so I do own one EOTech. I own the magnifier, the G45, and I would rather shoot with my Griffin 1 to 8 LPVO all day, every day, twice on Sundays. Now, the ACOG is clear, but field of view limited at 4x. You ain't got no options here. You better get them with the ACOG quick, and you better find it and put it on target quick. Yeah, I think LPVOs get too much hate. The negative is you got to take the time to crank it. And depending on how that throw is, like, man, you over crank it, you lose the field of view. Like, if you're trying to be too fast and you go, like, you need to, in your mind, know, like, okay, when my thing's here, that's 3x, that's 4x. Like, you don't look at it. And in your mind, you're like, 300-yard threat. Quick, go from, like, the 3 to 4x that you keep it on and be like, 6x. Boom. Super dialed in shot. Index with the top dot and tuck in. Yeah, you could do that, but that's still slower than just using a red dot. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I shot my acro, my aim point acro that's on top of my scope, out to 400 yards as well. Like, depending on how fast those rounds are coming at me and where the closest cover and concealment is to me, I need to shoot. And I don't need to be thinking about doing what X and what magnification and what I got to deal with when it's like, I need to put a dot on this joker and hit him right now. And you should be able to do that. It's not as hard. Like, dude, if you got bad eyes, get these things that they sit on your face and they have this glass inside of them that helps your eyes to see better, where without them you don't see as good. That's just my thoughts, man. Lord, I was born a rambling man. I'm gonna keep it real. If I'm indexing in the top dot, I'm probably gonna crack that shit right away. Yeah, I know, me too. That's what I'm saying, bro. Somebody just shot rounds at me. Oh nah, homie. I'm on that clock. You're catching one in 1.5 to 7 seconds. 1.5 to 1.7. Autocorrect. Well, you didn't technically do it if it was autocorrect. That's AI forcing your hand. But what's the distance? PID. I mean, I'm pretty sure if someone's shooting at you, you know, at 300 yards ain't that far. You know who it is, unless they're in a crowd. So is there one guy in a crowd and he picked you out 300 yards away to just chuck one at you? This is why a squad is important, right? Even a 4-man squad, 2 guys with glass and 2 with red dots. It's like, you guys send it with the red dots. Let me dial in. I'll get a little more precise. If you miss, I got your back. Squad is the key. Multiple capabilities, additional volume of fire. You know, and this is the real answer here. It truly depends on your capabilities and what you're comfortable shooting and hitting your target as fast as you personally can do it at 300 yards. If you're best with an ACOG, then the best optic is the ACOG. If you're best with the LPVO, then the LPVO is for you. If you're best with the primary arms 5X micro prism, then that is the one that's best for you. It's about what have you put the most time behind. If it's iron sights, dude, that is best for you. Like, you can't tell everybody, like, generically anything is the best. It's the best for you because that's what you put the time in on. That's what your brain likes, your eyes like, your hands are used to. There might be a guy out there who's faster than the Dickens with I'm sure at 300 yards, Jerry Michalek put his ass down with a 357 Magnum. Maybe faster than all of us with iron sights on it. He probably wants a red dot on that, but I'm just saying, like, there's no debate in the topic because at the end of the day, it's like, this is what I would do best with in that situation. Like, you need to know what you would do best with in that situation. And what you would do best with, that's your go-to gun that should be in your hands at this point, right? Like, you know, that's my philosophy on it. My bad, new comments. Where are we at? 2, not flat range, trust the dot at 300. Yeah, definitely trust the dot at 300. Blue on blue happens. Well, I mean, I hope it happens often, right? If they both have blue helmets on. I'm old. I carried SNDR 0709 vacation Iraq with an ACOG. Now I run 16-inch GPR with a 1-to-8 crank to 8 and a piggyback. I think you keep it on 6. Field of view. Don G, 8X. That's for 400 minimum, and that's breaking the rule of 1X per 100 yards of magnification required to take a good shot. So at 8X, I can't lie. I like 8X I like 2X per per 100 yards. If I'm at 1,000 yards, it'd be nice if I had a, minimum of 20x, right? Could you shoot a 10x at full power? But then also you think, yeah, you might be able to. I personally like at least 2x per 100 yards for the best visual. You could have more, but like the best visual, quick 2x per 100 yards. Fixed irons for the win. Facts, user preference. Absolutely. O-sight on the Canet combo. Armsman, you made it by, brother. Good to see you, Armsman. I can't dot your eye with iron sights. Grew up on them before scopes. I can dot your eye with it. Yeah, see? That's exactly right. It's whatever you are best with is best for the situation. I agree. I was at PID always. Green on green is the thing, but you and your guys have to be organized and have to have your SOPs down so hardcore that if the rounds are coming at you, that if those rounds are coming at you, it's not your buddies. Yeah, I mean, if they are coming at me, then my buddy made a fatal mistake, and I apologize. I mean, I wouldn't want that in any situation, but like, I'd rather react quick and make sure I'm not dead. Every time. That's how I live. A quarter second at a time. You know that one guy who used to say he lived a quarter mile at a time? In my opinion, in the gunfight, you're living a quarter second at a time. Just food for thought. Little nomadic wisdom. For sure, I'm just saying you can get the same 1x solution on top of 4x prism, so why not? Because I like 2x for 100 yards. I prefer it, right? Like if we're doing real PID, bro, 4x at 400 yards, you're not getting great PID. You're getting a better PID than a red dot is. But bro, all right, so this is my other question with this ACOG crap. I have a EOTech 5x magnifier. Yes, I would probably say the ACOG is clearer, but I also have both capabilities. I'm not using a pistol dot. I'm using a real rifle red dot, and then when I need to, I can just pop it up and have 1x and 5x, like almost like an L-can, you know? I think the L-can is superior to the ACOG. But that's me. That's like, my personal preference. That's what I'm saying, dude. 4x more than 1x. Yeah, but if you have 1x, you have a magnifier. Probably a 4x magnifier. And with that tightness of that eye box, I prefer the magnifier because now I have the option of like, getting on target, taking a chuck a little faster than you, and then chuck, whoa. Chuck. Because you're not sending one round. I don't care if the first round hits them, still ain't sending one. Magnifiers suck. Nah, they're not that bad. They don't suck. They just aren't as good as LPVOs. Yes, I agree with you. Durability of the ACOG is the champ. It's the champ. But you could have a VCOG. You're pretty close. And at least those moving parts are internal. Most of them, besides the magnification one. Or they're capped. Yeah, I mean, bro, some of this like stuff that will fail, like I feel like I'll be honest with you, bro. I feel like in a civilian context, like wanting the highest grade stuff just in case is a little bit of a mental game more than it's actually needed. Oh, cool. Nomad stream. What's going on, brother? Yo, Matthew Tellhart. What's happening, bro? What's happening? Appreciate that, brother Matthew Tellhart. Literally saved the month of May for me, man. That man is a blessing from my Heavenly Father, Matthew Tellhart. Yes, you are. Appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, this is why Guntube will never die, because the conversations are endless. 90% of our conversations are about personal preference. Simple as that. Yeah. Tellhart's a legend. Real talk, I would love an Elcan type octave with maybe a 2X and a 6X with a perfect. Yeah, Hustle Bones, now we're speaking the same language. I'm with you on that. And that's pretty much what you could do with a LPVO. But yeah, it's not as durable. That's the downfall, right? It's not as durable. So don't take care of it if you have it. But you have that same capability, right? That's the point of the LPVO, is like, I have that 2 to 6 very quick. But yeah, I'm with you. Now we're speaking the same language. No problem, brother. Happy to help out there. Bro, I can't thank you enough, bro. I can't thank you enough. Great job interview today. Second interview with this one's going next week. I think I'm in the bag, and that should be a good spot to kick it until all the police stuff rolls in. That'll cover everything. So say a prayer for your boy Red Dawn. God opens the door for him. Isn't there an Elcan similar that does go to 6X? I swear. Yeah, I think there is, but I think it's 1X to 6X. I don't know if it's 2 to 6. Maybe it's 1.5 to 6. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do believe there is an Elcan that goes to 6X. Bro, the cost of an Elcan, though, is like $3,500. Like, that ain't happening. And I don't think it should happen for anyone who's logically inclined. Yeah, I mean, let's just stop the shilling. I mean, but like on the other hand, like there's levels of shilling, right? Like it's like if you have a channel sponsor, you gotta promote the sponsor, right? You know? Praying for Nomad, not RDR. Thank you, Drewski. Thank you. Thank you, Armsman. Man, Tellhart, thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. God sends the men where they're needed, man. And I feel like God sent Matthew Tellhart. They are big money for what you get. I mean, you get a good LPVO. Yeah, I'm taking a primary arms PLXC RDB over an Elcan anyway, all day long. And if that shot was at 300 yards with the RDB red dot bright, I'm slapping that on a 2.26 inch mount. And I'm going to do some data collection on whether or not I might run a 36-yard zero or not. If I'm running an MOA one, I might run the 36-yard zero. And if I'm running the mill one, I might run the 100-meter zero. So, like, my thermal was, yeah, I mean, but that's different. That's different. I feel you on that. I wouldn't. My car doesn't cost $6,000. I drive a $2,500 car. Praise God that it gets me to and fro. To and fro all through the city, accomplishing things in the $2,500. It's funny because when I go to the range, I'm like, is this Geisley that I put together more than the car I'm in? And does that mean I'm actually really good with money or really bad with it? I can't tell. I can't tell. I'm like, I think that's a smart thing, right? Like this thing, I'd have to defend my life with. This thing, I just need to get underneath it and fix something probably. Yeah, Moose man, I'm still locked in the big peninsula. I'm locked in. The housing market is trash. My credit never reached the level. The house never sold. So God has chosen for the current time being for me to be in Florida. Yep. Yeah. It's rough. It's all good though. The hardest part is that I have a lot of living beings in 1,100 square feet. That is absolutely the hardest part of my life right now. The money thing, praise God Almighty and His heavenly angels. You guys in the chat who are every freaking buck that you have sent, like today, the groceries, gas. I've been highly conservative on my gas. Like I'm not joyriding. But yeah, like everything that everybody has sent and helped and done things, like God, I cannot thank you guys enough, man. And like I could break down and just go on and on and on about how grateful I am about that. And I don't know if like I don't know. That's all I could say, man. Because like it could I could cry over it, man. I really could. Because like I have family that live around the corner who we share the same blood and are not and could help and don't help. So the fact that you guys have like gone out of your way to help me is there's no words to describe that. Right, Telhart? I am watching those RPMs closely with these gas prices. I am watching those RPMs. Yeah. Got to get that waffle going for you, DLD. For you and DLD. Yeah, I mean, DLD needs to, bro. Matthew Telhart ain't playing no games. Going outside is too expensive. Yeah. It is. Even in my 1,100 square feet, I still prefer it from the outside. Oh, man. Yeah, blood isn't always family, man. There's only one blood that I'm concerned with, and it's the one that washes away sins. And the ones that I brought into this world. That is the blood. And, you know, it's an interesting concept. I don't wish that situation I'm going through on my worst enemies. Amen, Robert. Amen, and that's what makes us Christians, man. We pray for our enemies. We really don't want them to suffer the way that, we may even have, and they are enemies. We just want things to work out and get fixed. And I mean, I have some stuff I could probably add to the waffle too. So I would like to at least contribute something. Man, yeah, dude, those guys are just been amazing, man. But yeah, fellas, I gotta go. Praise God, I got some side work tomorrow, and make me a couple $100. I'm gonna go hang some gutters on a house. And then I think there's some drywall and a few other things I got to do somewhere after that. So I'm going to get some rest. I definitely thought I would be like cut at like an hour and a half tonight. I went over to 2.5 hours. But guys, absolutely awesome time spending it with you homies. Just this is therapeutic, man. Like I've never been to Alcohol's Anonymous, but I hope they have as good of a time as we have here because it's highly therapeutic. I love that we are like-minded men who can share certain things about our lives in an open manner and know that genuinely, like, we have support from each other, right? Like, I know we don't BS each other. I don't be like I probably say more than I should on this platform, but like at the end of the day, like I just trust and put all my faith in the Lord Jesus Christ to guide me, protect me with the control He has in the heavenly realm, the physical realm, the spiritual realm, to put a covering over all the issues that you guys in chat are going through, that I'm going through, that my brother Dark's going through, that Robert Ham is going through, and that Jesus really puts His hand over us and guides us out of it to the promised land, from the wilderness, from the curses. And obviously the obedience to Him is the yellow brick road, right? So in the big world of reaching salvation, there's a yellow brick road, and that yellow brick road is obedience to Jesus Christ. And you know, I need to pray that gives me the spiritual relief that I need to always make that decision to never abandon those principles in which He has offered to us as a gift, along with His grace. So, love you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. If you can leave a comment after the show, that means a lot. Whether it's a little quick comment, hitting the like button. Like, I don't like to even ask for that stuff, but I actually enjoy comments. Sometimes I go back to old videos, like I'll click on it, I'll be like, oh, I remember that live, and I look back at those little comments and I enjoy them, you know? Big payoff is at the end of the road. Amen, Armsman. If in heaven our asphalt is gold, and here we spit on it and walk on it without a second thought, I couldn't imagine how beautiful heaven must be. Yeah, and I think I saw another one is like, do you know why it's made of gold? It's to show you that these earthly things we put value in is not, it has the whole different value there. The value of it is not placed in its same category in heaven, right? There's even greater treasures that exist in that realm. So yeah, man, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Always stay ready. Always stay prepared. Be safe. Be smart. Follow safety procedures, precautions. Be the best person that you can be. And if any of you guys need me, most of y'all know how to reach me. If you don't know how to reach me, Instagram is usually the best method. And I will see you guys Friday night. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a pretty cool special guest. But I'm not going to spill the beans on it. We'll see. We'll see, and we'll keep trying. So have a good night, you guys. Get some good rest. And, you know, we'll do it again soon. Over and out.
The remnant of nomads feel lost in a world they don't recognize, controlled by evil forces who seek to enslave them. They have trained and prepared for this very moment.